Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of online training with USANA Health Sciences. Tonight's topic is mobile tools. Thank you all for joining us tonight. It's always great to have you guys. So USANA's online tools is something that we've slowly been adding to, and we have been receiving requests from you guys, and we are actively working on some new stuff. Unfortunately, I can't talk about some of the cool new stuff coming out, but as you probably know if you've been in this business for a little while, convention's the big announcement date for all the cool new stuff, so look forward to that. What I am going to talk about tonight is the mobile applications that we do have available already, which are currently the USANA.com mobile app, or the mobile presence, and the iPhone application. And I'll go through, I'm just going to talk real fast about what each of these topics are that we'll hit on, and then we'll actually just walk through them. The USANA.com mobile, you can hit that with any mobile device. So if you have an iPhone, an Android, a Windows phone, a BlackBerry, whatever kind of phone you have, Nokia, if you go to USANA.com in the browser on that phone, we will detect on our side that you are on a mobile device, and we will automatically bring up the mobile version of USANA.com. Our mobile version has far less content on it than the full version, so that when you're on 3G or 4G, you don't have to wait for big images or flash files or anything to load. It's just going to be quick and give some quick information. The mobile app, we'll go through and we'll talk about the categories. It does have a help menu that will give you some more information on it. It will allow you to log in like you would on the main website. So you would just use your same username and password. All that's currently behind the password right now are 3 of the DLM reports. However, we are actively looking at adding quite a bit more functionality back there, so that in the future you could use your phone or your applet device for most anything you need to do that you would normally do with a computer anyways. The iPhone application, as it says in the name, only works on the iPhone. It does also work on the iPad. It has a few capabilities on it that we had to put it into an application for, which is like playing videos and stuff like that. In there we're going to go over how to set it up as far as your settings, to change market and stuff, change languages, how to add follow-ups to the contacts, so the app is actually connected to your follow-up assistant, how to view and edit contacts, how to send those contacts e-cards, and then how to use the Health and Freedom solution for your market on your phone or on your iPad. Unfortunately, we do not have applications for Android, Windows phones, or BlackBerry at this time. So I'm going to just go ahead and jump right into this. So if you go to USANA.com on your device, this is what it's going to look like. We're going to recognize that you are a mobile device, and we are going to bring up what we call the mobile beta edition. It's something we're slowly building, and it should look pretty much like this. If you guys bring it up on a device and it does not look right, does not look like this, please let me know. We want to make sure it works for everyone. We have done quite a bit of testing, but as you know, there are a lot of devices out there, and it's impossible for us to test all of them. So if by chance you have a device and this does not look like this, it does not work for you, let us know. We'll take a look at it and get it fixed. When you click on something, because it is a device on the web, but it happens to be going through a mobile network, it takes a little more time for things to download. We've put in this loading page, so if you click on something and nothing happens and you don't see this little loading right here, click it again, just in case. We purposely put the loading deal in there because sometimes people click on things and the phone doesn't recognize the click for some reason. So do look for that when you're changing screens or navigating within the mobile USANA.com. As I mentioned before, we do have help for those who are very new to using their phones, and there are people out there that are not familiar with using mobile websites. You'll just, if you scroll down, this is the same page. So this page here, if you scroll down this page right here, this is what the bottom looks like. And so on here we have the help, and if you click that with your finger, it will bring up the help page, which we have quite a few topics on here. One thing I want to point out is that we do have, let me bring this up, we do have supported devices. So we do actually tell you which devices we do and do not support that we know of. There aren't a lot of devices that we don't support. We do support most devices. This is built in an industry standard platform, so we went with a platform that supports as many as we possibly could. To get to the .com, and one thing I should point out is, so just like on your regular website online, you have these sections here. They do not have a lot of substance to them right now. They have just the basics in there. So these are really just for people that happen to come to USANA's website from their phone and just want a little information about USANA. That's all this is really going to give you right now. But you as associates can log in by clicking the login button here, and that will take you to the login page. So you're going to use your same username and password, or user ID and password, that you use for USANA Today Online. You'll just put in your numbers here. Let's go back one. You'll put in your number, your password, hit the login button, and it will take you into this screen. Currently, this is all that's behind the login, and it gives you the three of the most popular reports, which are the volume report, the close to check report, and the genealogy report. I didn't take any screenshots of this today. I wish I could have shown you, but if you have DLM, you will be able to use these reports. I believe that everyone will be able to use the volume report, even if you don't have Income Maximizer. At any time, if you need to get back to the main page, you can click home. You can also go to USANA.com, the full site, by clicking .com, and then there's help again. If you were to click the home button, it would take you back to here, and right here you notice it changed back to full site instead of USANA.com. They go to the same place. Full site will take you into the actual web version that you hit with your computer. One thing I didn't call out in these slides was the change market. If you click change market, you should be able to change the languages just like you do online. So anyways, going to the full site obviously has a lot more content to it. A lot of you have smartphones that can support entire web pages with all their content and everything. For example, this was done on an iPhone, and the iPhone very nicely renders the entire web page when I go to when I hit full website. Some phones will not. I have a BlackBerry also that does not render these pages very well. So on the iPhone, it looks very nice. It looks just like it does on your computer. It's a little small, but you're just going to use your pinch technique to spread it out. On your Androids, your iPhones, you should have no problems. Some of your BlackBerries will do just fine, and most of your Windows phones will do fine also if you choose to do this. Just like you're on the computer, you can click the login if you want to go to USANA Today, and change markets, whatever you need to do, just like you were on your browser on your computer. Alright, that is the mobile USANA.com. Next we're talking about the USANA iPhone app. What I want to point out here is that it is multilingual, so it is supported in most of the languages that USANA recognizes, and in this particular case we're looking at English and Spanish. The first thing I wanted to walk you through is as soon as you install the iPhone app, one of the first things I do is go to the settings, which is this guy right here. When you click on that, these are the options that you're given. This is your associate ID. One thing I should mention is that the first time you install the app, it's going to ask you for your username and password. Once you've put that in, it will actually store that in the app itself on your phone, so you do not have to re-enter it every time you go in. However, if you ever come to the settings page, this is the settings page here, and click Logout, the next time you come into the application, you will have to log in. That way, if you're lending your phone out, you don't want someone to get in, you can lock it. So in here, change market. So say you wanted to change this to Mexico, Canada, Hong Kong, Australia, New Zealand, whatever, and then whatever languages are supported in that market. So in the United States, the languages are English, Spanish, and Chinese. In Canada, the languages are English and French and Chinese. So you can just click those by clicking this little arrow here that will then give you the list of languages you have. So I may want to say I change to Canadian French, and then the entire application would convert to that language for me, and it would help me get those videos. The next thing to show you is the follow-up integration. So as you've probably seen in Income Maximizer Online, we have a tool called Follow-Up Assistant, which helps you keep track of leads and contacts, and has some integration points with the eCard system, as well as the Health and Freedom Solution Online and the Media Center. So when this is the main screen again, when you're on the screen, click the follow-up, and these are the contacts in the follow-up. One thing I want to note for you is that if you have contacts with pictures and you've updated them either on the phone or online on the website, it may take a few minutes to update this list the next time you come into the iPhone app, because that data for those images and stuff all have to transfer over the web, and it only does that when you're in the app. So as an example, I put in these 4 people, I put in 3 of these 4 people through USANA today, through the Follow-Up Assistant and Income Maximizer, and then I came into the iPhone app and there was no one there. And at first I thought, oh no, it's broken. It wasn't broken. It just happens I only have 2 bars at my desk on my phone, and it was taking a long time for the images that are related to these to upload to my phone. It took a good 2 or 3 minutes for that to happen. And then the same thing happened. I created a user, Sally Smith, and I added a photo, and then it took quite a while, probably about 2 or 3 minutes, for that Sally Smith to show up in the Follow-Up Assistant online. So just know that in the background there's things happening, and sometimes depending on the level of bandwidth you have, it could take a few minutes for it to update to your phone or back to the web version. So from here you can go ahead and click on one of these guys. So if I clicked on, say, Sally Smith, and it would bring up her info, I can easily see who she is and all that information. I could edit Sally's information. I could send her an e-card. I can change the image. So say I clicked on edit. Edit would allow me to change Sally's name, change her email address, change her phone, and change her image. All you have to do to change any of these things in edit mode is just click on the area you want to edit. So if I clicked on Sally, I could change it to Sarah or Bob or whatever I wanted to. Click on the phone, and then it will allow me to change the phone. Click on the image. It'll allow me to take a new image or choose an image from my phone. When I'm done, I hit done. The other part on this is the follow-up with an e-card. So with the e-card, I have a handful of e-cards I can send to Sally. And so say I selected one of these. Say I selected one of these guys here. It would then take me into an interface where I can put in a little note and a couple of little things, hit go, and it sends the e-card out to her from our main website, and it will record it in the follow-up assistant online that you've sent them that e-card. The solution is the third part of the iPhone app. When you click on this guy, it looks like a camera. It brings up the three sections of the follow-up assistant. I'm sorry, the Health and Freedom solution. To watch any of these videos, all you have to do is just click on them directly. So click anywhere on this white bar. Watch the second one, click on the white bar. Watch the third one, click on the white bar. Or you can just click this button down here and it will play all three of them in order for you non-stop. Once you've clicked on these, it will start the video and play it. I want to point out that while you're in this screen, you can either hit done and it will take you back to this screen, or you can click follow up and it will actually take you over to the follow-up. So when you click on these videos here, so say you click the introduction, it will start playing the video right there on your device. I'm showing this on an iPhone, but it also works on an iPad, and this is ideal, say if you're in a location where you don't necessarily have internet connection, you don't have a DVD player, but they're interested and you want to show them the Health and Freedom solution. This is a great way. You can turn it on, set it on the table, or plug the device into a television, or just hand it to them and they can watch it themselves. It is motion controlled, so you flip it on its side and it will go into the larger format. And so that's pretty much the Health and Freedom solution, and that's the iPhone app and the USANA.com mobile in a nutshell. There's not a lot to them, pretty easy to use. We'll be adding to these over time, probably a lot more to the web interface. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. As I mentioned before, you're always welcome to contact me.